In this video, I'm going to be ranking the top 5 best auctionable cards at each position in NBA 2K23 Myteam. So my top 5 best auctionable point guards, top 5 best auctionable shooting guards, small forwards, power forwards, and centers. And if you guys are wondering what an auctionable card is, it's a card you can buy directly off the auction house. So no locking cards will be in these top 5s, no free cards will be in these top 5s, just the top 5 cards at each position that you can buy directly off the auction house is what I consider to be an auctionable card. So looking at the top 5 auctionable point guards, at least in my opinion, I think number 1 is really between Nikola Jokic and Ben Simmons, and I think it just comes down to, are you looking for offense or are you looking for defense? Because if you want defense, I think you go for Ben Simmons, a card that's going to be 6'11" at the 1, 7-foot wingspan, and we know he's going to have some of the best defensive stats and badges in the game. He's also got pretty solid defensive tendencies, but just his player model, his size is super valuable at the point guard position. But then if you're looking for more of an offensive point guard, you know, I think you probably go for Nikola Jokic, 6'11" at point guard, 7'3" wingspan. He can still give you that great defense that Ben Simmons does because of his size and his player model, but then he's also got a way better jump shot with the Eric Paschall base, the Oscar Robertson upper on very quick timing, is a super knockdown jump shot, and then also has some pretty good dribble sig. So I've kind of changed my mind. I do think Jokic is the best point guard in the game, especially for being auctionable. So all of Ben Simmons at 2 and Jokic at 1. At the number 3 spot, I do have the invincible LaMelo Ball. I think just because he isn't invincible, so he's gonna have 99 every single stat, he's gonna have 55 Hall of Fame badges, it's hard not to put this card in the top 5. 6'7" at the 1, 6'10" wingspan, like I said, 99 every single stat, basically 55 Hall of Fame badges, still has that great jump shot on very quick timing, and still has some very solid dribble sigs. I think you could make an argument for my number 4 spot guy, which is going to be Dark Matter Luka. I think you can definitely make an argument for Luka Doncic over LaMelo Ball, probably because he does have a better jump shot and maybe even better dribble sigs, because he's got the KPJ base with the Rudy Gay upper on very quick timing, which I think is definitely a better jump shot than what LaMelo Ball has, and he also does have really good dribble sigs. So it comes down to preference. I think LaMelo's the better defender because of the badges and the stats for defense. So if you wanted to put Luka over LaMelo, I definitely wouldn't disagree with that. I think for me personally, just because he is an invincible, I think I will put LaMelo Ball at 3 and Luka Doncic at 4. For that 5th and final spot, there's another invincible card that I think could be in the top 5 in Magic Johnson. There's also another really good defensive card in Ron Artest. He's a really good defender, being 6'7" at point guard, pretty much maxed out defensive stats and badges. And then you also got MJ, Michael Jordan, a card that could definitely be considered a top 5 auctionable point guard. Once again, I think I'm gonna go with the invincible just because Magic's gonna have 99 every single stat. He's gonna have 55 Hall of Fame badges and definitely is the best defender. I would say him and Ron Artest is close because you look at Magic's tendencies, right? They're going to be elite. He's got pretty much 99, or does have 99 in every single defensive category, pretty much every single Hall of Fame defensive badge. He's a little bit taller, has a better player model. The one big flaw though with Magic is his jump shot. Like, that's the biggest flaw, and the only flaw actually with Magic is going to be his jump shot. But in my opinion, guys, these are going to be the top 5 best auctionable point guards currently in my team. Now going on to the top 5 best auctionable shooting guards, at the number 1 spot, it definitely has to be this invincible T-Mac. Don't think there's really any debate with that one. I mean, T-Mac is just the best shooting guard in the game, whether it's auctionable, whether it's counting free or locking cards. He's 6'8" at the 2, 7'2" wingspan. And I would say he is the perfect shooting guard in the game. He's got the best jump shot on very quick timing. He's got really good dribble sigs, great dunk packages, amazing size, and once again, an invincible card. So maxed out stats and maxed out badges. For that number 2 spot though, I do have the hero Tim Thomas, a really good offensive shooting guard, a guy that can really create his own shot. You know, 6'10" at the 2, 7'2" wingspan, has a great player model in game, super good jump shot, some of the best dribble sigs in the game with the Steve Francis size up, the Trey escape. He's also got the Trey fade. I mean, this card is just super overpowered for being on the auction house. At the number 3 spot though, I do have another invincible card, and that's going to be invincible Scottie Pippen, who, now that I'm thinking about it, I might actually move Pippen down a couple spots, because I just remembered that T-Mac does have another card, and I do want to include both T-Macs in this top 5 just because I think they're so dominant, and they're not completely different cards, but their price points are completely different, where the Radiant T-Mac's only like 200 to 250k, where the Invincible is still upwards of $1 million MT. So there's a huge difference in the price point. So I think I'm gonna go actually T-Mac at 3, gonna be very similar to his invincible version. And then I will go Vince Carter actually at the number 4 spot. I just forgot about Vince. I think he's probably actually the better all-around shooting guard compared to Scottie Pippen. I would say Pippen's the better card because he can play small forward. Like, you'll see Pippen somewhere in the top 5 auctionable small forwards, but you definitely won't see Vince Carter. So I think Vince at the shooting guard position is slightly better than Pippen just because of his scoring ability. And if you look at the top shooting guards in the game, they're all going to be great offensively, where Scottie Pippen, yes, can still score the ball, but I think Pippen might actually be a better small forward. Being 6'8" with a 7-foot wingspan, he's going to have perfect stats and badges. Once again, a really good jump shot, great all-around sigs. I mean, this card is still super overpowered at the shooting guard position. So in my opinion, I think these are the top 5 best auctionable shooting guards right now in my team. Now to go over to the top 5 best auctionable small forwards. At the number 1 spot, I think has to be Bol Bol. No real question. I would say no real debate in my opinion. Bol Bol is just the best small forward in the game. He's 7'2" with a 7'7" wingspan. And he's just so overpowered. He's got a great jump shot, good dribble sigs. He can mash, he can defend, he can rebound, he can pass. I mean, he can play make, he can create his own shot. He can just do everything on the court at a super high level. At the number 2 spot, though, I do actually have invincible Giannis, and then I got invincible Scottie Pippen. I just like Giannis's size at the small forward spot over Scottie Pippen. I know a lot of people probably disagree with that and they would maybe go Pippen over Giannis, but I think just because of Giannis's defensive animations, his player model, his height, his wingspan, I think puts him slightly over the edge over Scottie Pippen at the small forward spot. And once again, like I said, I think Scottie Pippen actually a little bit better at small forward than he is shooting guard, just mainly because he's a defender and one of the best locks in the game. At the number 4 spot, though, is going to be another guy who is mainly just known for his defense, and that is going to be the dark matter Kevin Garnett. It's a guy that's 6'11" at small forward, 7'2" wingspan. He's got a 98 block, 95 steal, 95 perimeter, 98 interior defense. Like, he's still one of the best defensive cards in the game. He can rebound for a small forward, which is super nice. He's got a great jump shot, pretty good dribble sigs. He can move, create his own shot when he needs to, but mainly just going to be there for defense. And then at the number 5 spot is one of my favorite kind of cards in the game just to use, especially for his price. You look at all 4 of these small forwards, they're all going to be above what, 200-300k, KG being the lowest, and then it goes up to invincible price or Bol Bol price, which is in like the 500 to a million range. But then you got Scalabrine at the number 5 spot, who's a really good all-around small forward, has a great jump shot, really good dribble sig, some of the best in the game, perfect defensive tendencies. Like, this card is super souped out, and I think is, you know, for not counting Chet because he's not an auctionable card, I think these are the top 5 best auctionable small forwards in the game. Now to go on to the top 5 auctionable power forwards. I think Shaq's actually better than Taco, because we know Taco is going to be in here at number 1 or 2. I know it might sound crazy to say, but I think Shaquille O'Neal is a better card at the power forward position than Taco, just because of his speed, his athleticism. He's 7'1" at the power forward spot, 7'7" wingspan. He's got 99 speed, 99 acceleration. He's an invincible card. So you compare him to Taco. If these 2 cards were to match up, Shaq is scoring on Taco every single play in the one-on-one, because there's no way Taco can stay in front of a Shaq card that's got really good dribble sigs. He's got a great jump shot, so you can't just sag off Shaq and leave him wide open. You have to play up. He's actually got such a smooth and easy jump shot to green with. So I mean, I think Shaq right now, I do think Shaq right now is the best auctionable power forward, but then obviously Taco has to be number 2. He's still 7'6", 8'2" wingspan, super glitchy. He's just a little bit slow, doesn't have as good of a jump shot in my opinion as Shaq. I still think Taco Fall's super dominant, but going to be the second best auctionable power forward in the game, at least in my opinion. At the number 3 spot though, I might go Dirk or Porzingis. I think you got to go Porzingis, actually. I forgot that he's a power forward. Yeah, Porzingis definitely at number 3. 7'3" at the power forward position. 7'6" wingspan. Has an amazing jump shot. And Dirk's going to be very similar. 7'1" forward Dirk. Has a great jump shot. 99 3 ball. We know is going to be a great offensive power forward. And then at the number 5 spot, I think it's really between D-Rob and Dwight. And I will give D-Rob the slight edge because of his jump shot being a little bit better than Dwight Howard's in my opinion, but both going to be really good power forwards. I think D-Rob's slightly better, going to be an elite level defender, good jump shot, and can actually create a shot a lot more consistently. So I would say D-Rob is going to be the 5th best auctionable power forward. And now going on to the top 5 best auctionable centers. At the number 1 spot, gotta be the hero Yao Ming. I mean, just so overpowered and glitchy at center. I mean, this card can do it all. 7'6" at center, 7'9" wingspan, has a high 3-ball, really good Hall of Fame shooting badges, a great jump shot, pretty good dribble sigs. We know what Yao Ming can do in the game. At the number 2 spot, I think is going to be Shaq. I mean, this card can definitely still play center. I think he's a lot better at power forward, but I think he's still runnable at the center position. And then for the number 3 spot, I wanted to include the Yao Ming just because it's a different tier than the hero one. So maybe if you want to put, you know, the Galaxy Opal Yao over Shaq, I think you definitely can. And then I will go Kristaps Porzingis, another duplicate card, but got to be here in the top 5 auctionable centers. And then to round off my top 5 auctionable centers in the game, I do think it's really between Marc Gasol and Brook Lopez, and I think I will go Marc Gasol. I do like this card a lot at the center position, has a great jump shot, and is a really good interior defender. So yeah, guys, that's going to be my top 5 best auctionable cards at each position, my top 5 best auctionable point guards, top 5 best auctionable shooting guards, small forwards, power forwards, and centers as well. So let me know in the comment section down below, what do you guys think about my ranking, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.